Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Universal Weights deck and the Lover's Oracle deck. So remember to take what resonates from today's reading and to leave behind whatever you feel does not from the reading. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards for today. So the first card we have is the Five of Swords in the reverse. So with this card, you could be dealing with an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles. With this card, you could be dealing with an earth sign, so a Virgo, Taurus, or even a Capricorn. And finally, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So with the Page of Wands, you could be dealing with a fire sign, so another Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. Okay, so with the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, I'm getting that perhaps you may be making a decision when it comes to perhaps a connection in relation to somebody else. But this is a card all about being able to make a decision following having had more information on the situation. So perhaps you may be in a state where now you have more information on a person or on a connection, and maybe even perhaps after having had given things some time. But this card is all about being able to perhaps make a more informed decision because of the information that you now have access to. So with the Five of Swords in the reverse, this is a card that shows someone who wants to, they could either be missing you at this time, they have a desire to reconcile with you, or they have a desire to be able to at least work on things and be able to make an apology, because there's a lot of remorse that's shown with this card. So it's possible that perhaps in the past you may have had something that is, you could have had your differences with someone with this card, but I'm seeing this person being in a position where they may be feeling very remorseful of their actions, and they may be wanting to reconcile and be able to express remorse. And this card shows that this person has been doing a lot of thinking. I'm seeing this is a card that shows a person who is in a state of missing and even longing someone. So this person perhaps misses what you had. They miss being able to be in connection with you, and I'm seeing that this person may want to express that desire to be able to work things out. And even with the Three of Pentacles, this is a card all about being able to work on things. So this is a adding on to that Five of Swords, this is also a card all about wanting to be able to work on things. And I'm seeing that this person may have gone through what is perhaps a lot of growing up or a lot of maturing, or they may have gained a lot more education on how they show up and on a situation and the right way to perhaps handle things. And they want to be able to work on mending it and work on perhaps getting back to a place that's more cooperative. With the Page of Wands, it's possible that this is showing what kind of person this may have been in the past, because it is in the reverse. This shows that this may have been someone who was unreliable. They could have been someone who was very difficult perhaps in a connection. They may have been someone who may have made a lot of mistakes, and I'm seeing that they may have been someone who could have been very flip-flopper. someone who perhaps says one thing and acts a different way, but I'm seeing that this person may have been perhaps coming to a state where they are able to do a lot of self-reflection, and now I'm seeing this person could perhaps be in a position where they may need you, but they definitely seem to be remembering you at this time. And with the Judgment card, and that being a card about decisions, this could be you needing to make a decision as far as this person and letting them in, or perhaps even being able to give them the attention to be able to hear them out, to work on things, and getting that the ball is really in your courts when it comes to the situation. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 3 cards for this connection, a card for you in this connection, and a card for the other person in this connection. So I'm going to start with the card for you in this connection, Sagittarius. So this is the card that came out, and it says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a card for the other person in this connection now. And this is the card that came out. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Okay, and finally I'll pull out a card for this overall connection. So this is the card that came out for the overall connection, and it says, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Okay, so with all 3 of these cards, starting with this first one here, I'm really seeing that perhaps some kind of truth is being brought to light. It may be all about perhaps something that may have been unknown to you being revealed to you at this time. And I'm seeing that this person may also be the one who's coming forward with information and being able to present it to you with a desire to perhaps work things out with you. And I'm seeing that this could be an energy of the truth having a way of really finding a way of coming out. It's like you didn't have to do anything. It's almost like it landed on your lap. And you may be experiencing this revelation when it comes to a past situation, a past connection is what I'm getting with this card. And this other person may be going through perhaps what feels like a new phase in their life. It may be making them wake up to perhaps a different side of life that they were not aware of before. And I'm seeing that this person may be going through this and feeling as though they are losing perhaps a sense of stability when it comes to a situation right now. It may feel like it is something that is unfamiliar to them. They may even be inclined to want to resist it. But I'm getting that this person is also is in a position that is promoting a lot of self-awareness. And that may be why they perhaps may be wanting to be able to, they may be recognizing how they show up in connections, and they may want to be able to make a change. Perhaps they feel very remorseful because now they are more aware. And with this final card over here, this card talking about the past, this is all about being able to release perhaps any ill will from the past, or being able to release the past in general. So this is about there being a new path being available to you, and this could be a path that's available to you on separate in terms of separate paths, but also could be a path that's available to you as being united and being able to perhaps embrace a new path for this connection. So it seems to be that you have a decision to make with that Judgment card. So I'm seeing that the ball is in your court. So this card over here could also mean that you could also be gaining an opportunity at closure when it comes to a certain chapter and a certain connection as well. Okay, so that is the message I am getting with this reading, Sagittarius. So I hope you have a great day today, Sagittarius, and I'll speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.